Hello, John. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing well.
What's this about?
Well, we just I went to conference with everybody individually and just look over their test data and just have a conversation about
Okay.
what we're doing in our classrooms and all that good stuff.
Okay.
All right, so let's look at your data. What was your met expectations percentage?
About 17.5% pass.
17.5%
Mhm.
pass. Is that a good number for you? Is that
Nope.
something that's makes you're pleased with?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I mean, who would be happy with 17%? That's less than half my kids.
Okay, so what do you think was the result of the 17.5%?
Well, I don't really know. I mean, I tell them about homeostasis. We've talked about Cynthias and new molecules. We talked about the monohybrid, dihybrid, and crosses. I don't know. I mean, I've told them everything.
So when you say you told them, how did you? What do you mean by telling? Did you teach the lesson a specific way? Did you have them?
I mean, of
Do-
course, but I say it like over and over and over again, and I don't know why they're not getting it. I mean, we talk about DNA over and over and over again.
Okay, so when you talk about DNA, what kind of things have you done specifically with DNA with your students?
Um, that that activity that was shared out in the district staff development that Lakeisha and Rashawn presented, that seemed to be okay. I think they understood that. That's yeah.
So once they did the activity that was shared out in the district, did you assess the students using any type of formative assessments? Or
I gave them a quiz.
You gave them a quiz, and how did they perform on the quiz?
I think they did fine on the quiz. It was about 5 questions. They were all multiple choice.
Okay, so what was the average? Did you take a class average?
Most of them passed.
Most of them passed. Or did they pass with 70s, or did they pass?
No, they passed with like no worse than an 85. So I don't know what the problem is.
Okay, so maybe if they, what was the quiz? Was it a vocab quiz or was it a concept quiz or mixture?
Well, I gave them a quiz on cellular processes, homeostasis. They did well on that, but apparently they didn't do so hot on this test. Gave them a quiz over meiosis, sexual reproduction. They did well on that one as well. But I thought it was strange that I gave them a quiz over DNA fingerprinting but according to my scores, they didn't do so well in that area. So.
Okay, so maybe we could come up with a method that you could use maybe to reteach the DNA fingerprinting together.
All right.
What did you do the first time in your class
For which one?
for the DNA fingerprinting?
DNA fingerprinting. Well, we talked about where it's used, and I gave them notes on genetic modifications, and we talked about how genes can be modified, and we discussed. We had small group discussion on chromosomal analysis.
Okay, so that sounds like a good introduction. So maybe we could add a point in there where they actually do some analysis of the DNA fingerprinting, how they would maybe see it on a test, as well as the karyotypes and the chromosomes. Maybe we could have them actually individually analyze them first, and then have them have group discussions and maybe speak with other classmates on what they found. And maybe we could give them a variety so that every student doesn't have the same one.
You lost me. You said a whole lot of stuff. I don't even think I've tried any of those before, so I don't even know how that looks. So you
Okay,
lost
so we could do one of them. Do you want to start with the DNA fingerprinting, or you want to start with the chromosomes?
Fingerprint's fine.
Okay, so what we'll do is we can get them. You've already given them the notes and the vocab, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we want them to be able to analyze the actual fingerprinting, right? So we'll give them the fingerprints and let them analyze them individually, give them some scenarios. Of course, we'll do an example first, or you can do an example for your students first, just to kind of show them the setup and walk them through step by step how you would analyze it, and then give them opportunity to analyze it maybe with the partner one, and then give them some time to analyze it individually, and then give them an assessment to follow up, just to make sure that they actually understand what they've done.
All
Does that sound like
Since
something
I've
that we
never
could-
done that before, can we practice or something?
Sure. Yeah, that would not be a problem. Is there anything else that you would maybe want me to help you with?
I don't really know,
Okay,
but whatever ideas you have or what everybody else is doing, I'm open to it. I mean,
Okay.
it's whatever.
Well, I'm glad that you're open and willing to try and help your students perform to the
I
best
just
of their
hate the way
abilities.
this looks. It just makes me look like I'm not teaching.
Well, it's not about the scores, the percentage. You know, all students learn differently, and we just got to figure out which way your students learn the best, and hone in on that.
Because I'm looking at Miss M scores with her 75%. I mean, she look like she's blowing it out the water. So I mean, with my 17.5, it looks like I'm not doing anything. So
Have you talked to Miss M about what things she's doing in her class?
no.
Maybe that'd be a good idea, because I'm the skills, and sometimes I can have ideas, but if you have a good working relationship with her, I'm sure she may be
I don't.
interested to.
I don't. No, I really don't. But Miss I like Miss Hines. Jill's is cool. We get along pretty well. I could talk to her.
Okay, yeah, talk to her and see what kind of things that she's doing in her classroom that you could use, and try to implement. And remember, just because you do it one time and it doesn't work does not mean that you can't go back and tweak it, because the strategy may be a good strategy, but we may just need to tweak it so that it works with your students.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you so much for meeting with me.
All right. Thank you.
Would you like me to come follow up with you, or when do you want to meet to go over the DNA fingerprinting?
I have a conference tomorrow, so you can come by then.
Okay, I'll stop by during your conference.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I'll see you then. Can me photobombing our video.